Before we get started, I just want to apologize for the background noise because I think someone is cutting the grass, so it can get a little bit noisy. So sorry. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Rebecca, but if you are already subscribed, welcome back. So the one question that I had when I first entered medical school was, what medical textbook should I buy? And I'm sure all of you will have that same questions. In fact, many of you guys DM me in Instagram regarding this topic, so I thought that it's a good idea for me to make this video to help you guys narrow down your textbooks options, because I get it that there are just so many books and so many brands to choose from, and it can be quite a headache. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys the medical textbooks that I have, and I'll be recommending some of my favorites, so stay tuned. Starting off with anatomy, I have two anatomy textbooks. So the first book is this Netter Atlas of Human Anatomy. This book is really good for learning anatomy because it gives you a very detailed drawing of the human body parts. It's really good if you have this book to help you visualize while you're reading your lecture notes. It kind of gives you a better idea of the body parts. So for example, if you're learning about muscle, you are able to visualize the origin and the insertion better than just reading your lecture notes. And since the pictures are detailedly drawn, it's a more reliable source for you to refer to while you're studying compared to Google. Sometimes you just can't find the thing that you're looking for on Google Images because it's just so detailed and very minor. So that's when you reach out for your Netter's textbook and it will show you everything, like literally everything. So to be honest, I didn't touch this book at all when I was in semester 1 because, like I said in my previous video, in semester 1 it's very mixed up and it's not really detailed. So I didn't find the need to use this book to refer. I recommend this Netter Atlas of Human Anatomy because it's so damn good. The next textbook that I'll be showing you guys is really famous among medical students, which is the Gray's Anatomy textbook. This book is very different from the Netter's because this doesn't have as much pictures like the Netter's. This book has more explanations, more words. If you're studying anatomy and you need further explanations, this is the book to go to because it really explains to you in detail, but sometimes it can get too deep, so you need to know when to stop reading and just use your lecture notes as a guide. This Gray's Anatomy textbook is definitely my favorite anatomy textbook when it comes to explanations. But I feel that as a medical student, you will need to have this textbook some point of your medical journey. That's it. I only have two books for anatomy and they are for different functions. So right now I'll be moving on to physiology. When it comes to physiology textbook, this is my baby. So this is the Guyton and Hall Medical Physiology textbook. I feel like this Guyton textbook is the only textbook that I go to all the time. Studying physiology is definitely something not simple, like you can just like read through and be like, okay, I got it. No, it's not like that, because there are just so many complicated mechanisms that's going on in your body, especially if you're talking about hormones or nervous system. The physiology of it is just never ending. This Guyton Hall textbook is very complete for physiology. In fact, it's quite deep as well, so you really need to know when to stop reading. So use your lecture notes as a guide. So for physiology, this textbook is really compact and it provides you with all of the details you need for physiology. This book is quite expensive, but I swear to God, this is the only physiology book that you need. Alright, so the next textbook that I'll be talking about is this Marieb Human Anatomy and Physiology. So this book combines anatomy and physiology, and this is really good for semester 1 especially. I used only this book in semester 1 and it was really helpful because I don't know, something about this book is just so interesting. Like, it's not too lengthy, but it's not too short that you wouldn't get any information from this textbook. And it also has sufficient amount of pictures, so it is definitely an interesting book to read during your semester 1. So if you're starting out your semester 1, I really recommend these Marieb textbooks. Some of my friends still use this textbook up to now. It's just your own preference and how in-depth are you studying, that's all. Since Guyton and Hall was my baby for physiology, Robbins is my baby for pathology. This is my holy grail because it's just so amazing. It's super heavy, okay? You can literally lift weight gain muscle by just using this book alone. It's just so heavy. So before I go into this book, this is Papa Robbins. You have Papa Robbins, Mama Robbins, and Baby Robbins, I think. So it really depends on how in-depth you want to read about pathology. I would definitely recommend you Papa Robbins because even though it's very thick and very heavy, but it consists of all the important informations and details that you would need for pathology. So it's really good. When you're studying pathology, you will have a lot of questions like why does this happen, when does this happen. So this Robbins book really helps you answer all of your questions. All of my questions have been answered, and sometimes I ask really random and out of your mind kind of question, and this book covers that. If you're contemplating on whether to get a Papa, Mama or Baby Robbins, I would definitely suggest Papa Robbins because it's definitely expensive, but you're just getting it once and you get all of the information that you need. Mama and Baby Robbins is not really cheap as well, it's pricey as well, but I heard from some of my friends that information in those books are not as complete as the Papa Robbins. I feel that it's much more worth it to just spend your money once and for all and get enough information rather than just spending a little by little but you're not getting a complete information. So I just want to show you another pathology book that I have that I regretted getting it. So it's this Rapid Goljan's Pathology textbook. I feel that this book is more for reviewing your lecture notes or just some short notes if you are doing last minute study. They only give you the important points without much explanation. So if you want to have like complete textbook plus a summary textbook, the Robbins and the Goljan is definitely your ultimate duo. So next I'll be showing you guys the textbooks for pharmacology. This is my one and only pharmacology textbook. This is the Lange Pharmacology textbook. The reason why I bought this textbook is because I wanted to read more about drugs at some point of my medical journey, but I really forgot which semester was it. To be honest, I don't reach out as much as I want to. So it's really quite new. You can see from the pages, doesn't have much of creases. If you are someone who loves studying pharmacology and you have a lot of time to really studying each of their mode of actions, like the differences between each drug for the same purpose, this is a very good book for you. Based on IMU lecture notes for pharmacology, I would say that it's sufficient. But if you're someone curious like me, you would definitely need explanations. Some lecturers, they will give super explanation, but some lecturers just don't. That's when I reach out for this Lange Pharmacology textbook. So I would 100% recommend you this textbook for pharmacology, just that sadly I don't have enough time to read about it in detail. Next is a textbook for microbiology. This is the MIM'S Microbiology textbook. So to be honest, I have no idea why I got this textbook because IMU's lecture notes for microbiology is really sufficient. Sometimes if I don't want to read from the lecture notes, this is my go-to textbook. This textbook has definitely more information than your lecture notes. It's much more detailed, but it's not to the point that it's too deep to understand, you know. So if you have extra money and if you want to find a book that's good for microbiology, definitely recommend you MIM'S textbook. So I'm down to my 4 last medical textbooks. This is the first 8 cases for USMLE step 1. I feel that this is really good for you to be exposed to cases in real life. Maybe if you are studying a certain system and you want to be exposed to cases, this is a very good book for you to go to because they will give you cases and also they will explain what is the diagnosis, what are the signs and symptoms, how can you prevent it, the pathophysiology of it. So this is really good. So next is this first aid question and answer textbook. This book is really amazing, but sometimes I feel that really too deep for our level. So since you don't get past year questions while you're studying in medical school, for my school at least, so this is a really good book for me to practice whatever I have studied. Even though it's quite detailed, but then this book also provides very detailed explanation. And what I like most about this book is they will explain to you why is A correct, why is B, C, D, E wrong. Definitely 100% 120%, 150% recommend you to get this book. Oh yeah, just to remind you, right, if you're a Malaysian student and you're studying these USMLE textbooks, sometimes it might be a little bit overwhelming because the syllabus is different. So please don't get frustrated too much at yourself and blame yourself for not understanding this, because the syllabus is just different. So the next two books I'll be showing you guys are case files. So I have Pharmacology and Anatomy. I think I got one more, but I don't know where it went. This is something like the USMLE cases that I showed you guys just now. It's just that it's in a smaller form and it's very much detailed. Something about these books doesn't attract me like, come and study, you know? Like, I don't know. Personally, I don't reach out much to these. Like probably 5-10 times, yeah. That's it. We have come to the end of the video. Those are the textbooks that I have and some of the recommendations I have for you guys. So I get that it's really overwhelming to choose your textbooks. I just want to remind you guys once again that whatever I share to you guys are all based on my own opinion and my own preference. So whatever I like may not be what you like, so you would definitely have to go to the medical bookstore and check the options out yourself. So thank you so much for watching my video today. This is a very simple video, but I get asked a lot on Instagram, so I figured that it's much easier for me to just compile everything in one video and share it to you guys so that all questions will be answered. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. I can't wait to reach 500 subscribers so that we can do the giveaway fast. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please refer to my previous video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!